it's Amy here and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a fun and laid back demo and review of the new Becca targeted color correctors. I was so excited when these came out. I know you guys want to hear a review of the product, but you also want to see a demo of how these perform and how to use them. So I want to tell you really quickly what these products are and then we will get into the demo. First off, you can purchase these at Sephora. They are currently $30 for 0.16 ounces and these are exactly the same size as her cream concealers. So they are a highly pigmented color corrector infused with light reflecting pearls. Becca Backlight targeted color correctors feature a highly pigmented formula that targets and adheres to specific areas of concern. Its light reflecting pearls impart subtle luminosity that helps to blur the look of imperfections. So just like her other cream concealers and her under eye brightening corrector, they do have a little bit of luminosity to them. You'll see, I mean, you can't even tell when you see them or when I apply them, but they just give you this really subtle luminous glow, which I actually really like for a corrector. So to tell you about each of them, I did pick up all 4 shades so that you could see what they are like and I could demo all of them for you. Now we move into the demo where I will actually demonstrate to you how I put on these products and how they can easily be blended in and achieve this really pretty flawless and corrected face. So keep watching. Hi guys, welcome to the demo. Now I'm going to show you how each of these different correctors apply to the face, how I apply them, how I apply my concealer and foundation, and how everything looks once it's all together. First shade I'm going to be starting off with is the green pistachio shade. And this is supposed to be used anywhere where you want to correct redness. So typical areas around the nose and around the mouth. So that's what I'm going to do because I personally naturally get redness right here, and naturally this is where women create the most hormones, and so this is where we can get red and oily. So I'm going to put that right there. I'm also going to put a little bit down here where I have some acne that I want to cover up the redness. Like I said, you're supposed to use this pistachio shade when you want to cover up any kind of redness. So I'm just going to dab this on, and the best way to use these products, in my personal opinion, is with with your finger. I just think your fingers are your best tools when it comes to products like this. These are so creamy and luxurious, and I think you just have to know how to use this product. It is a cream product. I think it works best when you warm it up with your finger and really work it into your skin versus just going in with a brush. Rubbing it in with your fingers, you're really helping to make it penetrate into the skin. So like I said, I have natural redness on my nose, so I'm also going to cover it up there, and you can see how it's already counteracting and color correcting that redness on my nose. And then I am going to put some right here on my cheeks as well because I do get a little bit red there. Notice that on Sephora, a couple people have complained that these are not super pigmented concealers and whatnot. So I wanted to comment to you guys that these are not supposed to be concealers. They're not going to be so highly pigmented that they're going to cover up every imperfection and, you know, perform like a concealer. They're supposed to be correctors. So they're correcting your base and your color that you're starting off with in the skin. That way you're starting off with a fresh, clean face, and then you go in with your foundation or concealer to cover up any more imperfections. But this is supposed to color correct and give you a really nice base to start off with. The next shade I'm going to be going in with is the peach shade, and this is supposed to neutralize dark circles or anywhere where you have hyperpigmentation. So I'm not going to use this one for dark circles because I think the papaya shade actually performs better, which is the red shade. So I'm going to use this anywhere where I have hyperpigmentation, which is, so this is anywhere where sun may hit your face, anywhere on the high points of your face, your forehead, or just anywhere else where, you know, sun would naturally hit. So I am going to apply this in those areas. Again, using my fingers because I think that's how this performs, and it really helps to smooth everything out and to blend it naturally into the skin, since I am going to go in with foundation and I'm going to use a beauty blender for that. So I like to do this with my fingers. The next shade I'm going to be going in with is this violet shade, or the purple shade, and this is supposed to bring brightness to your face anywhere where you may have dullness. So typically it's going to be down the center of your nose, around your mouth, around the eyebrows, just anywhere where you naturally want to bring light to your face. So I'm also going to put it in the center of my eyebrows because I tend to have, you know, just a little bit of dullness there, and just that's typically where I will put some highlight as well with a highlighter. So that's where you can add it in. Also, I'm going to go in with the papaya shade right here to take care of those really dark circles, but you can put this purple violet shade kind of around where we're going to put the papaya shade, because this is naturally where you would put a highlighter in this kind of L shaped right here. So that's where I'm going to put the purple to bring some life to the face. And again, anywhere that you feel like you have dullness may be different than where I'm putting it, but this is the general area where I would put it. On the cheeks right here, above your eyebrows, and around your mouth. The last shade in the craziest and the bunch is the red shade, which is papaya, which is supposed to neutralize very, very dark and green colors in your skin. So for me, that is definitely in my dark circles right here. So I'm going to prove to you that using a crazy dark red shade like this is going to really neutralize those blue undertones in my face, and that it really can be covered up beautifully with foundation and concealer. So I'm going to go in the darkest part and put that right here. And then I'm going to slowly blend this out. Obviously, the darkest part in my circles are in this area, so I don't need to concentrate the deepest reds on this side. I'm just going to slightly blend it there so that everything blends out perfectly. But I'm really going to concentrate the dark red shade right in this part right here and cover up where I have the most blueness and greenness in my skin. And I know it looks scary at first, but I promise you this really, really does work to counteract those blue and dark green undertones. And it's really going to cover up those dark circles, and it really can be blended beautifully into the skin, and I promise you that your foundation and concealer will blend out on top of it beautifully. So what's nice is that we're really covering up these dark circles, but then we're bringing light back into the face with that violet shade that we went in with. Alright, so now that I have the face of craziness on, I am going to go in with foundation today, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I wanted to use a drugstore foundation because I have used some of my nicer high-end ones while trying out this product, and they work wonderfully, but I wanted to show to you and prove to you that you can use a quality of a drugstore foundation, and I'm going to use a drugstore concealer to cover up all this craziness in these correctors, that it truly, really can be done with any product. And I'm also going to be using a beauty blender to do this. I think with a cream product like this, that using a damp beauty blender is going to work best for blending it into the skin. Not only the correctors into your skin, but the foundation on top of it. If you use a brush, I feel like it's going to only move the product around, and that it may kind of mess up already the stuff that we did. So I think definitely a beauty blender. In this case, I have the Real Technique sponge that I'm going to be using, that this is really going to help blend the product out. So now we are going to put this on the face, and I will show you how it just blends out effortlessly. So what's cool about that orange shade, which we went in with, which was the one that's supposed to cover up any hyperpigmentation, you can see that it really does cover up that orange so easily and effortlessly, but you can also see how it kind of gives me some warmth and really gives you that definition underneath the foundation, almost like a little bit of a bronze look as well. And now we will go in here, and I promise you, we are going to cover up that red shade. So I think it's blended out pretty dang well and covers up everything by itself, but I will go in with concealer as well, and it's going to make it even more flawless. You can see how I do kind of have some shine and brightness in those areas where I put the purple shade. I really, really like the purple shade a lot. I think it's something so simple that people wouldn't think about, and that it really does bring like a natural radiance to your skin. I mean, seriously, look at that brightness right here from that little bit of the violet shade. I think it gives such a pretty glow. And this orange shade just blends out so beautifully. So again, going in on top of that red shade, which I think blends out really well by itself, and then blends out beautifully even more with the concealer on top. Like I said, this is the L'Oreal Pro or Infallible Pro Matte foundation. So any kind of luminous glow that you're seeing right now is really truly these correctors shining through and giving you a pretty highlight underneath here, because this is a pretty matte foundation. So that was another reason that I picked it, because I wanted you to see how well these correctors really do shine through, especially through a foundation that is definitely more matte. So now that we have our foundation on and it's pretty well blended everywhere, the eyes are pretty darn good. Also, my dark circles are covered up. I do want to go in with concealer and just really finish up blending everything out. So this is the L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur Concealer. It's one of my favorite concealers from the drugstore. Again, I wanted to show you a product from the drugstore that would prove that it blends out beautifully with these really nice expensive correctors. All I did was do the same kind of tapping, blending motions with my finger with the concealer, and then we will go back in now with the Beauty Blender. And now you can really see how well that papaya shade is completely blended into the skin. I mean, I know at first you were probably thinking, no way, you are freaking lying. There is no way that this red ass shade on my skin is going to blend in. Like, you are crazy, lady. But I promised you, and this is the results. Look how beautifully blended that red shade is into the skin. Look at the brightness that my face has and how my dark circles really are corrected. Alright guys, so this is the completed demo. I want you to see a little bit zoomed out further how flawless my skin looks. I'm not just saying that. I really truly think that this gives a very flawless look. Wanted to let you guys know I am absolutely in love with these Becca correctors. I think they are outstanding, and that Becca did a really good job formulating these products. I think every single one of the colors is so amazing and stunning, and just really helps to color correct the targeted areas, like it's called, targeted areas that you were trying to perfect. So, you know, that papaya shade was amazing if you have extremely dark circles. If you have redness, the pistachio shade was great. If you're someone that's young or someone with really great skin, I think that violet shade is going to really just help to bring life to your face in any typical dull areas, especially in the wintertime. But then overall, these are very thick. Like I said, very similar to the concealers and eye brighteners that Becca already has in her collection. But you just have to know how to work with these products. They work best with your fingers and warming them up and really blending them out naturally with your fingers, and then going in with a beauty blender as well. So overall, these are amazing products. They knocked my socks off, and I am so in love with them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the demo and found it helpful on how to use these different correctors, what they're for, and you know, all the tips and tricks on how to get this beautiful, flawless, and corrected face. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment down below letting me know which of these shades you're most excited about, and I would love to hear your thoughts. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe so you can stay tuned to all my upcoming videos, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!